Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Break. 56, Mike, 56. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check down.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On third down, Landry, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Look at me. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw on second down. Washington nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back to throw. Washington under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down in inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Got it. 52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic. Check. Go. Go.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Check 43. No. Off. 6'6", bullet high. Look at me. Zipper. Beat them.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
I'm here all day. Bravo. Get it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Let's go.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Ready? 18 Gator. Blue draw Corker. Check, nickel. Check. X3. 218. Snap.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and long. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where you stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
You see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. Washington. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run it with Johnson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 1-yard line.
To Johnson again. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Back to throw. Washington, and he's got the hook up to Landry. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Washington. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, Herbert. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Ready, break, go, go. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 58's the mic. 58. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sheldon Richardson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Richardson, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, high 7.
58, Mike. Stop your whining.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
58's the Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch the run. 58's the Mike.
Be careful.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. And that's where they spot it.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board.
They've got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
On the ready.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up?
There he goes, right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Buzz. Let's go.
Back to throw. Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Hey, Echo. Ready?
On first down, Washington. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 18.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 5.
They go to Johnson again. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Back to throw. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a give, right side. Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 29-yard line. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
56.
Yeah.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check.
Throwing again. Washington. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14.
First down, Lions.
Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Herbert, deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Marquise Goodwin, 78 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Lions take over. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 43-yard line.
We go! 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. We go.
Check it back, protect it back.
X3, 218, chopper.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
Hey, Charlie.
We gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw on second down. Washington. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 3rd and 2, Washington. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Check three. Check nine. Watch out. Look at me. Go. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He had a minimal gain on first down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
58. Go on. Keep it up. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Leo, on the ball. Go, go.
Back to the air on second down. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Go.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. You're Mike 52, Mike 52.
On third down, Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Throwing again. Washington. Throw left side complete. It's Baker. And out across midfield down to the 45. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Washington. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming.
Yo. Go.
Off play action. Herbert. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Come to my work.
Hey, Haywood.
Come to my work. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep.
Hey, Orbit. Be careful.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
'58's the Mike, 58. 58's the Mike. I'm on. Strong run. I got him.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Hey, that QB's trash.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
On the ready. Hard, hard. All day, every day.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Five.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 start. Yep. Hit it.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
I don't think you got it, son. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Ready, go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and getting
nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
To throw on second down, Washington. Open man is Galladay, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Looking to throw on second down. Washington. He's got a man. Complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This to keep the game alive. And his kick is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction, because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it